Good morning. This is B. Sudharani, your social teacher, working as a social CRT in KGBV Raptadu from Anantapur district. I hope you are fine. Let us start our next important topic, that is thematic maps. Reading thematic maps. You saw above, the maps do not just show the name of places and distances between them. They can also be used to show different kinds of information like nature of the terrain, economic activities of the people, language spoken, literacy, etc. Usually a map focuses on only one aspect. Such maps are called thematic maps. There are, for example, political maps which give us information about mandals, districts, states, countries and capitals, etc. Some are physical maps which show mountain, rivers, plateaus, etc. Some maps are land use maps which show how people use land. For example, some part of the village lands may be used for pasture, for raining food crops, for raising cash crops like cotton, while some part may be reserved for residence, schools, palaces of worship and shops. Some part may even be kept as waste or fallow lands or for water reservoirs. When we make a map to show the use of land in that village, we have to use different kinds of symbols, colors, and patterns to show each of these separately. Here in this lesson, we have so many types of maps. These thematic maps does not show us only names and distance of the place. They can also be showing us different kinds of information like the nature of the terrain, economic activity of the people, language spoken, literacy rate, crops, something, so on. These maps are called thematic maps. What is a thematic map? Thematic map is a map focuses on only one aspect, that is some more, for example, literacy rate and speaking languages of the people. In this, only one aspect is shown in the thematic map. You can observe on the picture there are so many thematic maps, that is physical features map and rainfalls and population of the area. A thematic map is a map, a type of map or chart especially designed to show a particular theme connected with a specific geographic area. These maps might represent physical, social, political, cultural, economic, sociological, agriculture, or any other aspect of a city, state, region, nation, or a continent. థీమాటిక్ మ్యాప్స్ అంటే విషయ నిర్దేశిత పటాలు. అంటే ఈ పటాలు మనకేం తెలియజేస్తాయంటే ప్రత్యేకంగా ఒక ప్రాంతానికి లేదా ఒక రాష్ట్రానికి, ఒక జిల్లాకి లేదా ఒక దేశానికి సంబంధించినటువంటి ఏదైనా ఒక అంశాన్ని, అది భౌగోళిక అంశం కావచ్చు, సామాజిక అంశం, రాజకీయ అంశం, ఆ ప్రాంతానికి సంబంధించిన వ్యవసాయ సంబంధం, వర్షపాతం, ఇలా ఏదో ఒక అంశాన్ని ప్రత్యేకంగా మనకు తెలియజేసే వాటిని మనము థీమాటిక్ మ్యాప్స్ అంటాం. There are so many types in thematic maps. Now we can see a political map. What is a political map? This map shows us names and boundaries of a country or continent. ఇక్కడ మనకు రాజకీయ పటాలు అంటే ఏమంటే ఈ పటాలు మనకి దేశాల యొక్క పేర్లను లేదా రాష్ట్రాలు, జిల్లాలు అంటే మనకి సరిహద్దుల్ని గురించి తెలియజేస్తాయి అన్నమాట. దేశం, రాష్ట్రం, జిల్లాలు, మండలాలు ఇలా సరిహద్దుల్ని గురించి తెలియజేసే వాటిని మనము పొలిటికల్ మ్యాప్ అంటాము. మీరు స్క్రీన్ మీద పొలిటికల్ మ్యాప్ని ఇప్పుడు చూస్తున్నారు. నెక్స్ట్, ఫిజికల్ మ్యాప్స్. Physical maps show us different landforms on the earth. Yes, in these political maps we can see different landforms. What are the main landforms? Mountains, plateaus, plains, deserts, islands, coastal regions and so on. These are the physical features of a country. We can see these physical features on a physical map. మనము భౌగోళిక పటంలో ఏం చూస్తామంటే భౌతిక స్వరూపాలను చూస్తాం. మనకు ముఖ్యంగా ఏమేమి ఉన్న భౌతిక స్వరూపాలు అంటే పర్వతాలు, పీఠభూములు, మైదానాలు, నదులు, ఎడారులు, తీర ప్రాంతాలు, దీవులు ఇవన్నీ కూడా మనకు భౌతిక పటాల్లో కనిపిస్తాయి. స్క్రీన్ మీద మనం ఒక భౌతిక పటాన్ని ఇప్పుడు చూస్తాం. నెక్స్ట్, ల్యాండ్ యూజ్ మ్యాప్స్. వాట్ ఈజ్ ఎ ల్యాండ్ యూజ్ మ్యాప్? ద ల్యాండ్ of a area is used to which purpose is called land use map. In this we use different colors. The area or village lands may be used for pasture, for raising food crops, for raising cash crops like cotton, while some parts may be reserved for residences, schools, palaces of worship and shops. Here we can use different colors to identify different features. On screen you can see some colors and using areas. First one is dark green. This dark green indicates us there is forest. Light green. This light green indicate us there is grasslands. Brown. This brown color is showing us land useful for agriculture. Remember ma, brown color is land using for agriculture. It represents land using for agriculture. Yellow. Yellow color means cropped area. Here we can use yellow color for cropped area. Dark gray. Dark gray color is used for identifying mountains. Light gray. Light gray color show us hills. Yellow. Yellow color showing us plateaus and swamps. Light red color is used for wastelands. Light blue color. Light blue color is used for tanks, rivers, canals, wells, that is water bodies in a village. Dark blue color. Dark blue is showing us seas and oceans. This color indicates, that is dark blue indicates seas and oceans. White. White color indicate us places where minerals are available. You know minerals like iron, copper, these minerals. Where the minerals are located, thus that land is showing us with the white color in thematic maps. Black color. Black color, it indicates us the boundaries. It is very useful in political maps. Okay. Black color is using for identifying boundaries that may be states or districts. In representation of various socio-economic aspects, details, we can use the technique of map pattern like points, symbols, lines, etc. Quantitative data can be represented by a dot method, circle, graphs, charts, etc. In stipulated thematic maps, shading can be used as pattern. Yes, we can also use some more symbols we read this in 6th class. Just once again remember ma, in 6th class first lesson we know about the symbols. Once again we repeat that. Density of population in India. We can observe this table. This is 29 states and then density of population. Using this table we can make density population maps. Map of population density. This table showing us state and density. First, Andhra Pradesh. The density of Andhra Pradesh is 308. Arunachal Pradesh 17. Assam 397. Bihar 1102. Chhattisgarh 189. Goa 394. Gujarat 308. Haryana 573. Himachal Pradesh 123. Jammu and Kashmir 56. Jharkhand 414. Karnataka 319. Kerala 859. Madhya Pradesh 236. Maharashtra 365. Manipur 122. Madhya Pradesh 132. Mizoram 52. Nagaland 119. Orissa 269. Punjab 550. Rajasthan 201. Sikkim 86. Tamil Nadu 555. Telangana 310. Tripura 350. Uttarakhand 189. Uttar Pradesh 829. West Bengal 1030. Density. Density means sandrata. What is population density? If we divided the population of the country by the total area of the country, we get the population density of country. India's population density is in 2000 according to 2011 census 382. AP Andhra Pradesh state's population density is according to 2011 308. Using this information we can make density of population maps easily. First of all, you divided these 29 states into 5 different categories. You also prepare 5 tables according to population density. In first chart, you take the states which have 0 to 250 population density, and second table you take the states which have 251 to 500 population density, and you can make another chart, the population density between 501 to 750, and another chart you can take the states which have 751 to 1000 population density, and last fifth chart you prepare the state which have above 1000 population density. Now you can show that maps how they are in next. This map shows us states which have population density between 0 to 250. There is 12 states population density between 0 to 250 members. What are they? They are Arunachal Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Himachal Pradesh, Jammu Kashmir, Madhya Pradesh, Manipur, Meghalaya, Mizoram, Nagaland, Sikkim, Rajasthan and Uttarakhand. I put just dots to identify these states. You can fill the color all complete states. Map show us the states which have population density between 251 to 500. There are 10 states is there that are Andhra Pradesh, Assam, Goa, Gujarat, Jharkhand, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Orissa, Telangana and Tripura. These 10 states have population density from 251 to 500. This map shows us the states which have 501 to 750 population density in India. That is only 3 states that are Haryana, Punjab and Tamil Nadu. Haryana have 573 population density, Tamil Nadu have 555 and Punjab have 550. These 3 states are there in below 750. This map shows us the states which have 501 to 750 population density in India. That is only 3 states that are Haryana, Punjab and Tamil Nadu. Haryana have 573 population density, Tamil Nadu have 555 and Punjab have 550. These 3 states are there in below 750. Showing us the population density above 1000. There are also only 2 states. One is Bihar and other one is West Bengal. Bihar is having the population density 1102. It is the highest population density in India. Second highest population density state is West Bengal having 1030. These two are the highest population in India according to density. Lowest population density in India is Arunachal Pradesh, that has only 17 people are living in a square kilometer. So Arunachal Pradesh is lowest population density in India. Remember this. Using these maps, you can easily identify the states and having their population density, and also it is easy to remembering you also. While map makers usually use their own symbols, some symbols are used conventionally by most map makers. In India, we usually follow the conventional symbols used by the Survey of India. These conventional symbols also called topo shields. You can observe here some symbols or topo shields is here using our map makers. Carefully observe this. Next important topic is contour lines. What is contour lines? Contour lines show us the places which are locating in same height. Contour lines are lines on map joining places of same height measured from the sea level. In other words, all places on a contour line will have the same height from the sea level. Contour lines are also called isolines, lines joining places with the same common features also. After this lesson, we have 3 physical maps of AP. On the screen you can see the map, relief and drainage. Here 5 colors is there in our map. Thick green color showing us the land is height between 0 to 150 meters from mean sea level, and light green color showing us the land between 150 to 300 meters from the mean sea level, and yellow color area is showing from 300 to 600 meters from the mean sea level, and light pink color showing us the land between 600 to 1200 meters from the mean sea level. Red color red color showing us the area which is about 1200 meters from the sea. Here another map is there. This Andhra Pradesh map is showing us mean annual rainfall of Andhra Pradesh. There is three different colors in blue. Thick blue color areas are getting above 100 centimeters rainfall per annum. Medium blue color areas are getting 17 centimeters to 100 centimeters rainfall. Light blue color areas are getting rainfall below 70 centimeters. These areas are also known as drought areas, especially Rayalaseema zone. Seema, one more map is here. That is this map showing us different types of soils in Andhra Pradesh. There are 4 types of soils in Andhra Pradesh. That is here pink color showing us red soil, brown color showing us black soil, yellow color showing us sandy coastal soils, and red color showing us rocky or hilly soil. This is our lesson. Okay ma, thank you.